September 17th is the next meeting, and you'll meet Ellen and Bob Siddall. Again, Gertie Cyper and Susan Townsend. Bingo was played. Silver Creek, one more Silver Creek group. This is the senior citizen of Silver Creek themselves, not the church group. And they have a beautiful place on Route 5 and 20, which they say is in good shape, although they're going to have to do a little patching on the roof. They just repainted, and they put in some gravel and everything. It's gorgeous. They're meeting next time, September 14th, and you will meet the Smiths, who will be the people doing the coffee, and the welcome committee. Everybody has one. After the meeting, John Kresick read some jokes, and Marv Smith called bingo. Of course, bingo is de rigueur. Must have bingo. Now we have some. News is over. Okay, I can't finish the news. We'll just have to continue on. The news is over. We will have the geezer on in a minute, but I have a public service announcement for you before he shows up, and he shoots from the hip. Here's for you. This is not on. How about that?
Is that thing getting closer? Look how high that thing's going. Look out there. Look at the debris.
Give me the camera.
No, just drive. I've got it.
Zoom in, zoom in.
I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, the size of that thing.
It's everywhere.
Are you getting this?
Yeah, I've got it. What was that?
It's the National Guard.
How'd they get here so fast?
I don't know.
Pull over. Pull over.
Do you have what it takes to head into the heart of the storm? Check out NationalGuard.com.
He's here, the geezer. Shoots right from the hip. Mort Flexer, you're on, Mort.
Thank you, Reed. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Randy, our guest. Frankly, I thought there'd be a lot more discussion about the assault on the World Trade Center. I'm happy to say that the Muslim faith has not been assaulted in this country as a consequence of the action of a couple of lunatics. And congratulations, folks. It's good to have something like that going on here that is not blaming someone's religion for their stupid actions. But I'm sure we will see something. I'm not as confident as many of the people in the media have been concerning the Muslim faith. Sooner or later, some nut's going to jump up and drop a bomb on a mosque. It's a shame. It's annoying. And it turns a large percentage of the world's population against us. I think we need to come up with something positive about the Muslim faith for us to celebrate this time of the year. When I lived in New York City, of course, I met quite a few Muslims. We don't see them up here. And I guess in New York City, it's become a necessity for changing your dress style. But anyway, folks, good to be here. Good to know that you're out there. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Reed.
Thank you, Mark. Well said. Yeah, we'll remember 9/11, and let's hope that it doesn't poison our feelings for 99% and 4,400% of the Muslim world who really are not violent, crazy nuts like these people were. Most of them died. All Saudis. Most of them were all Saudis, but remember the Saudis are good friends of the Bushes, so he didn't attack Saudi Arabia. He attacked Afghanistan, the place that's never been conquered yet. And we're still there! Still there, still in Iraq too. God help us. All right, I wanted to say a special hello and a thank you to a lovely couple who live in Fredonia, just past the Brockton border on Route 20. They have a fruit stand and vegetable stand, Jack and Sue Raymond. Now, the Raymonds have given to the local churches and the local food pantries and the restaurants, like Westfield has the community restaurant, and they've been giving for years, and it just goes unheralded. They have a large crop of peppers and tomatoes, and they give picking rights, gleaning rights. You know, in the Bible it says, to the gleaners goes the unfulfilled crop, anything that's left over, rather than rot. It's such a shame to spoil food. Gleaners are permitted, by religious law anyway, to go in and go through and pick up what's left of the crop so that it doesn't go to waste. Well, they permit gleaners, and we come down, and they pitch right in themselves. And Jack and Sue are just wonderful because they do help out, not only giving all the peppers, but they give their own help. And we pick bushels and bushels. I think the last time we had a crop, there were something like, I think 25 bushels. And we take them and we distribute them to churches and so forth. And it's just a wonderful gift to our community. And also they have leftover tomatoes if the churches are interested. And they are just such giving people. I wanted to thank Jack and Sue Raymond. And we will be going over there and harvesting the peppers in another 3 weeks, which is just their gift to our community. And let's celebrate people like the Raymonds, Jack and Sue. And if you're driving down past Brockton, and just when you hit Fredonia, not the town, but just the limits, you'll see on your left, heading from Brockton, a little stand. And that's theirs. It's stop in and buy something. Their prices are ridiculously low. And say hello to them. Say, hi, Jack. We understand that you and Sue are really helping out the local churches and food banks and so forth. And everybody should celebrate it. We're always so negative about things. Let's be positive about some of the good people out there. Enough said. Also, I want to thank LaPorte. You know, my car died on Main Street. And there's nothing more frustrating nor frightening than to have your car suddenly stop. And it did. And I didn't. They were sweet enough to tow it down and fix it within a pretty prompt time. And of course, LaPorte is a dealer. I asked him, my regular mechanic I've had for years. He said, I can't touch it. It's interior. It's inside. It's in the guts, in the heart. So they fixed it. It turned out it was we have some sort of a alarm system on the car, and I don't even know where it is or what it does, but it shuts down in certain cases your ignition. And that's what had happened. They had to replace the unit. At any rate, thank you, LaPorte. I want to say that we have a moment of silence, a moment of meditation from time to time, and let us think about what happened in New York that fateful day, 9/11, and let's hope that this is the rebirth, the rekindling of love and caring between the Americans and most of the Muslims. We certainly don't like those people that are terrorists, and we will go after them with tooth and claw. This is for you. Burt. Randy Burt is a celebrated member of our Chautauqua County community. He gives of himself in his own way. He also is a crew member here from time to time on Channel 5 in Mayville Access. He and his son incidentally, Randy's son is just a terrific kid. Chris, he does a lot of the work on this show, and he does a lot of he uploads it. You can watch our show anytime you want on several sites, including YouTube. On Monday, it's uploaded onto YouTube, and you can watch it there if you missed the show. We have with us Randy, who's going to talk about some of the great things going on in our county. One of the things that he is involved with. He actually went to school and became a pilot, and he now knows how to drive a ship. Well, the ship he drives is the Stow Ferry, and he does it every summer, and he gives of his time. It's pretty much a voluntary operation. They don't make any money. They lose money probably because they only charge peanuts. They ask just for a contribution, and they can still take your cars over and the whole works. So, Randy, I got a phone call. Somebody wants to talk to us, and then we'll talk. I have some questions for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you for calling. Good morning.
Good morning, Reed. How are you?
I'm fine. What's up?
The question I have is regarding the bicentennial. I mean, next year, 2011, is a big year. The Ferry bicentennial, the county bicentennial. It's going to be the 10th anniversary of September 11th. I was just wondering what the Ferry is doing, what the county is doing, if anybody's going to do anything to celebrate September 11th, the 10th anniversary, or anything like that.
Well, I guess Randy's the guy to talk to. Randy, what do you think?
Well, the Ferry is definitely having a 200-year bicentennial party, July 8th, 9th, and 10th, between Stow and Bemus. We're going to put on all kinds of events, car cruisings. We're also going to have a ball at the casino, which is going to be 2 weeks later, where we're planning on inviting 400 people.
That's going to be a bash. You're
That's
going to feed them?
we're going to feed them. They're
What are
going
you
to
gonna feed 'em?
dance.
do they
They're
get?
going to have a buffet dinner.
Uh-huh.
And anybody that's eating at the casino, I really enjoy it.
This is
there.
coming in next year, right?
Yes,
And what month would that be? Do you know?
July.
It'll be in July. So it's going to be a big operation, huh?
Oh, this is, I call it the biggest party on Chautauqua Lake. So
Well, you have a showboat. You can have a party right on the boat. You know? Bring a band on.
we had a birthday party
Chuckle.
this year, and it was like, what are we going to do with kids for 2 hours on the ferry? But it was adults. The guy was 70. They all came dressed up in costumes. It was a costume ball.
What were they dressed as?
Oh my gosh,
Anything and everything, huh?
everything and everything. I chased one guy's hat to the docks because the wind took his hat off, and
He's probably Abe Lincoln.
it was one of those big funny hats. And I finally fished it out of the water and gave it back to him, and he was putting it on his head. So
Did he give you a tip?
they gave the ferry.
Did he help
they
out?
donated,
They helped
yeah.
out. Yeah,
It's all donations.
Uh-huh. Do you make any money at all? I think you lose money, don't
Well, we keep it running. That's all we're trying to do right now. It's just
you? Just keep that thing
people are
operating.
really good. You can't believe it. My job is load the cars and the people on, and I started going across the lake. We're on a couple cables, so my job is just walk around and visit and answer questions and tell my old crazy stories.
Yeah.
And as you walk, you give a brochure, and if people want to donate, they donate. And I'm telling you, some of them are really, really good. And the thing about the ferry is that, they're not on it because they have to be. They're on it because they want to be on the ferry, so they're happy.
Well, it used to be, now the ferry has a long history. That used to be the only way across, unless you want to go all the way around the lake to get the other side, because they didn't have that bridge going over.
It's like about 20 miles.
Yeah, and so it saved a lot of time. It's just a couple of minutes. It used to be a quarter when I was a kid. You give them a quarter, you load your car on, away you go.
Like up to, I guess at one time it was a half a cent.
I bet.
For
Yeah,
half a cent, I don't know how you got half.
yeah, you
half
had
a
mills
cent.
back in those days.
Then for half a cent, you help pull the ferry across. It started out as log rafts. This was 3 logs tied together, and in 2011, I think it was Thomas Bemus, he got his license. See, 2011's a big year in Chautauqua County because that's when Chautauqua County became Chautauqua County. So
what
next-
year was that?
2011. 1811.
1811. Yeah, I knew
yeah,
2011 seemed a little recent.
Let's
you
go
know?
with
1811.
1811, and I think in February, the 9th of February, 2011, will be the 200 years of Chautauqua County. So next year's all kinds of events planned, and I'm glad we're getting 3 days out of the summer
1811.
to show off the ferry.
Well, sure. Well, and it's also the ferry, as you say. It's almost started. Well, you know what Chautauqua is, according to the lore. It's an Indian word for a bag tied in the middle, because the lake is pretty big, but it comes together right in the middle, right at Bemus and Stow, and there's just a little short run. What is that? How many